You might be around in your 30s, 40s, I guess, working 9 to 5, living for a job, making money, going out for vacations with family, I suppose. That's right, you have come to the right place because I am going to change your mindset. Let me ask you a question. How many of you over here would love to live the life you wish for without bothering about money? Want to go on a ski resort? Want to go swimming in the Bahamas? Want to do whatever you want without the consent of working and making money? Let me take you 4 years back, right? So, a younger me, sitting and watching television, I come across a lot of traders over here who work for the financial markets. And I can see them all suited up in Armani, Versace, going in Rolls Royce, Range Rovers, making a lot of money. They're chilling out in yachts. Every third or fourth week they are in Switzerland, chilling out in a very good 5-star suite. And I got hooked onto it. And how do they make money? How do they enjoy the life they are living? So I started focusing on that and I got to know that they are into trading. They trade the financial markets. They make money from the financial markets. I was very passionate about living that lifestyle. So you know what? I started behaving like them. I started Googling, I started researching. I watched a lot of YouTube videos to get to what they are doing. So I started trading. I opened up a live account. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to double this account in a week, in 2 weeks, in a month, I guess. But I'm going to do it. That was my ultimate motive. While doing this, my dad, he's around in his 50s, a big tall guy, bald, having a pot belly. Alright, he comes to me and he's like, son, what are you doing? Why are you wasting time? Find a job, work for someone, start making money. You have to become financially independent. You're getting old. I'm like, Dad, I'm focusing on trading. He's like, what is trading? I don't believe in trading. People lose money in trading. Why do you want to enter into a business that loses money? I'm like, Dad, there are people who are making money. I don't care about them. I know we cannot do it. I haven't seen any one of my friends doing it. I haven't seen any one of their friends doing it. So how can I do it? Or how can you do it? That left me a little dejected. But being me, and like, you know what, Dad? I'm still going to do it. And I walk on the path to trading, to making money. I blew up my account. That too in a couple of days. I had a plan to make money in a week, 2 weeks, a month, and I blew it up in 2 days. I'm like, what just happened? I didn't plan for this. I'm too passionate about my work. I want to get to where I want to get. I just blew up my money. I felt very embarrassed in front of my parents because they used to mock at me like, look at you, Harsh. What are you doing, huh? Blew up the money. Now what are you going to do? You're going to sell the car? You're going to sell the house? You're going to take a mortgage? Whatever you want. You're going to take a loan to trade again? It left me demotivated, big time. It even told me I had plans of going back to my monotonous 9 to 5 jobs, which people used to tell me. Because I was so demotivated and I just needed a source of capital, a source of income to survive on. Those were some very harsh days. I bumped into a random trading seminar. It was an expo and a seminar combined. And these guys, you know, again, the pioneers in their fields, they used to talk about trading. All the big guys, the finance magnates, the elite traders, the money makers used to come over there and talk. There was a stage over there. So I remember one day, because it was the 3-day seminar, I guess it was the second day, there was a guy like me, same height, same physique. So it was actually a replica of me. And his name was Sam. Now my friend Sam, looking at him, same age approximately, the same personality, and he was making a living and a really good living just by trading. That got me hooked onto him. As soon as the seminar finished, I ran up to him. I'm like, bro, do you have a moment? Could I have a talk with you? Like, sure, why not? Like, how do you do it? What is there in you that is not there in me? Because I am a person like you who trades, but I lost all my money. He's like, you know, Harsh, the reason you lost money is because you are too eager to reach to your destination. Trading is not a gamble. It takes time, it takes preparation, it takes effort, it takes perseverance. It's a very long journey. It doesn't happen overnight. No one becomes a millionaire overnight. It takes baby steps, step by step, month after month, week after week, year after year. It takes years to get to them. I was very passionate about this guy. I did listen to him, what he had to say. But more than that, I was very passionate because he could do it, so could I. I did ask him, how did you do it? What were the protocols that you followed? He's like, Harsh, you know what? Don't get into live accounts and all. There's something called as a demo account, where you can get onto a demo account with virtual money and keep practicing on it. Trading is like any other business. It requires a lot of practicing because practice makes perfect. You know how a calendar works, right? You can go back to whichever date in the past or the future. I would prefer the past, right? So you go back to any year, practice your craft, analyze, figure out. You can have a report at the end and you can figure out how well you are doing or how bad you are doing. But it requires a lot of practice. And that is what I want you to start focusing on. I'm like, thanks Sam, that was well good advice. Thanks a lot. Like, no problem, man. So keeping that focus in mind, I do as I follow the way he says, alright? Demo trade, work it out, take step by steps. The days were going good. Were going pretty good. I wouldn't say very too good, but they were going good. Alright. So one day, my dad and his colleague, Mr. Anil, they were having dinner at home. And I was upstairs practicing trading. So my dad's like, hey Harsh, I want you to come down. We have a guest. I want you to meet him. I'm like, Dad, I'm coming. I'm a little busy. Oh, please, you're doing nothing. Just come down, meet him. He has to go to office tomorrow. He's not going to be here all night long. I'm like, okay, Dad, I'm coming. So I sit on the table. My dad's sitting over here. Mr. Anil is sitting over here. So he's like, so son, why are you wasting your life? Why are you keeping your parents' attention? Why are you behaving in this manner? Don't you want them to see you happy? Don't you care for them? They're getting old. I want you to be financial. I need you to start building your finance. You need to start working in a job. You need to start earning. You need to get to a point where you can help your parents when they get old. I'm like, Uncle, I get the point, but you need to understand mine too. I'm not having the same mentality as my parents, especially my dad. I am a younger generation, a millennial. I know how to look at things. I'm trying to focus in the future rather than just sticking to the mindset of the present, of just working, and then wasting your life. Because many people have come across, they work for their entire lives, but end up not happy, just waiting to die. I thought they would be happy about this. They're like, son, you're still wasting your time. I'm like, I might be, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm going to focus on. So from that day onwards, my dad stopped talking to me, his colleagues, his friends stopped talking to me. I'm like, you know what, I need to focus on my craft. I gathered the courage, I've done a lot of practice on the demo accounts, I opened a live account, a small live account, a couple of $1,000. Again, it was given to me by my mom because she believed in me. Moms believe, right? Yes or no? Yes. So yeah, my mom, she's like, son, I know you can do it. Here's the money. And do it. So I get a couple of $1,000 to trade upon. And within the first month, I start to see consistent positive results. I can see, alright, I'm making small money, but I'm making. It's consistent. I'm working across the ladder, step by step. Like I said, baby steps. I'm like happy. I'm really happy. Compared to the previous me, where I wanted to become a billionaire overnight. That doesn't happen, right? That's a dream. That's a fantasy. Alright, got my roots correct and started working. I could see the results popping up. They're doing good. They're really doing good. Months pass by. I'm doing really good. Really consistent now. And I'm making more money. And I go to my dad and I'm like, Dad, come over here. Have a look. I have something to show you. And he looks at the account. He's like, hey son, where did you get the money from? I didn't give you the money. How did you get the money? Like, that's a really big money. It's a 5-digit number. And that I started making from trading. Oh please, I know trading is not like a buffet. Are you doing something else? Are you doing something illegal? Are you doing something else? I'm like, Dad, I'm focusing on my craft and I'm getting it right. And here is the result. It takes time for old people to understand that things can actually work. It took some time, but then he realized that, yeah, this guy has the potential to do what he has said. He is working towards achieving his goal. And he saw it happening over a period of time, definitely not on the first day. That was a shock to him. So here, coming back, I wanted to explain to you about my system. More than a system, it's about a journey that I can get all of you to tag along with me being the steam engine and you being the carriages, going towards a fantasy location, and that is towards financial freedom. So here is the money tree plantation method, or the journey, I would say. Reality. Alright, what do you mean by reality? Everyone over here, I presume, behaves in a particular manner. And everyone behaves in a very different manner. No one sitting over here will be doing everything exactly the same way as the other person is doing. Everyone has different perceptions, different personality, different likes, different dislikes, different behaviors. But it's very important to understand that it's to understand an entire umbrella of reality so that you can suit a bigger community rather than just suiting your own narrow-minded mind. That's a little gist about reality. Once people realize that, okay, a reality other than theirs exists, they are acquainted with it. They know, okay, a reality bigger than them exists. We are just one out of the 7 billion people living on Earth today. It's about response. They're like, Harsh, alright, we understand. They're doing good. We understand there is a reality that we can achieve bigger dreams. But you know what? I'm still not ready. I'm not ready, you know. I can't take that step. Something is holding me back. Something is catching me from back. I want to walk front, but I can't. That's common. That happens. That's genuine. But I'm happy that you've taken the first step of realizing that there is a bigger reality. And that's it. That's what I need you to know. And that's it. The things follow up after that. That's when realization comes into place. Realization is when they actually see that what they dreamt of and what is actually happening is really happening. Because there are many people over here who just dream, but they keep it as a dream in their heads, in their minds, in their hearts. They don't let it out. You know, everyone over here has $1 billion in their minds, but they're not able to put it onto the table. Like that. Once they realized, based on the certain methods that we would be learning later on, that's the time when we get to reap. Now what do I mean by reap? We get to reap the benefits. The benefits of money, the benefits of freedom, the benefits of doing everything we wish for without believing that money has to be a constraint and that we have to work on it day after day after day. Having gone through all of this, It's a very big procedure. Let me just focus to you about reality. You know, I love eagles. You know eagles, right? Big bird with big wings. They fly so high. I came across a very good proverb, a very good saying. Why fly like a hen when you can soar like an eagle? Let me repeat it. Why fly like a hen when you can soar like an eagle? Just because you think that it's not possible for others doesn't mean that it's not possible for you. People have a follow the herd mentality, you know, where they find a lot of people accumulating, they're curious to go over there. They don't have their own desires to follow, of doing something which stands apart from everyone else, because they feel left alone. They feel detached. They don't have a sense of being in a community. So that's why people have this habit of, you know, going into that community-driven mindset, and that makes their mind very constricted. Reality. It's a very ambiguous word. Very ambiguous word. Let me give you a very good example. How many of you know the company Apple? Yeah? The iPhone, right? So, the founder of Apple, none other than Steve Jobs, right? Steve Jobs. You know how big Apple is, right? It's a $1 trillion company, right? It's the first company to enter into a $1 trillion market capitalization. Steve Jobs had the idea that he needs to focus on every people's mindset of different communities. We had other communities of other mobile phones like Nokia, Samsung, Hawaii, Motorola. But he took the next step of making sure that each and every one of them are comfortable in their constricted mindset. So he started tailoring it to each and everyone's reality and started creating a product which is universally called today as the Apple iPhone. I guess every second, third person has an Apple iPhone, right? That's how big, you know, the actual effect of reality is. You know what? Let me take you back around 4 years to give you a real good story. You will have a good time on this. I was in college, in university. I was an introvert guy, more into studies, would not talk much to other people and all. I was with my friend, Ranj. Again, this guy was tall, very hefty, okay? Yeah, like a balloon. And this guy, we were chilling out in the canteen, and we were just talking normal stuff, like, hey, how's life going? It's going good, pretty average, nothing much to learn. Yeah, same old thing, yeah. So what are you going to do in the evening? Nothing much. We'll see, we'll plan out something, we always improvise. Okay, so we walk out from the canteen, and I see a girl over there. Long hair, she's got a wide smile, a very jolly attitude, she's spending time with her friends and all. I fell in love at first sight. I'm like, I need to get her no matter what. So this guy, this introvert guy, gathers up the courage and walks towards her. Alright, feeling a little thumping in the heart, but I'm still going to do it. So I walk towards her. Before I can reach her, a guy comes from behind and she starts smiling, giggling, laughing with him. And I had gathered up so much of courage to go and talk to her, but I just lost it all of a sudden. I'm like, she's enjoying with that guy. I'm like, how can I just go and talk to her? I don't feel right about this. So you know what, like any other guy, I gave it up. I'm like, you know what, it's not my cup of tea. Let me just go back to the canteen and chill out with my male friends. A couple of months passed by, and then we had a reunion in college. So I was sitting on the table, and again, started working on my craft and all, so it's been quite some time. And then I see her coming in. So you know, I still like her, okay, a little bit, but alright. And she sees me and she's like, hey Harsh, how are you? I'm like, what happened to her all of a sudden? Alright. I'm like, hey, I'm good. Her name is Nikita. So Nikita comes and she sits next to me, she's like, hey Harsh, you know, I've seen you from far all the time, you look really nice. I wanted you to come and talk to me, but you never came and talked to me. I'm like, that's because I thought you had a boyfriend. That a guy, a shady guy, a thin shady guy used to come and talk to you all the time, who used to spend so much of time with, laughing, giggling. Yeah, that guy. Oh, that guy? That guy was terrible. I hate him to the core. I wish he never existed. He all the time he comes and tags along with me. I tell him to go away, but there are some people who like to cling around with you so much that you can't avoid them. And I really wanted that, I just wanted to get part away from him. He's not my friend. I just want him to go away. That was a shock to me. I'm like, it was my reality. That I believed that just because the guy was next to her talking and she was laughing at that moment made me believe in my consciousness that, what, she's already taken. And that I could not even go and talk to her. Had I taken and had spent the time to her, things could have been different. I would like to conclude by saying...
Go on quick.
I would like to say that instead of you having a nice day, I want you to have a day you deserve. Because you deserve so much more. Thank you and have a great time.
Well done. Excellent.